Yogastha kuru karmani. Perform your duty with equipoise. Bhagavad Gita 2:48. But tell me, how do you find equipoise when your mind races between deadlines, distractions, and doubt? When you sit to study, only to check your phone 37 times in 5 minutes. 5,000 years ago, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna faced a similar paralysis, not from laziness, but from overthinking. His bow, Gandiva, slipped from his hands, not because he was weak, but because his mind was clouded with what-ifs. And in that moment, Krishna didn't scold him. He didn't say, just focus harder. Instead, he revealed a profound truth about action, focus. You've tried everything, haven't you? Productivity apps that promised miracles, motivational speeches that gave you a temporary high, even guilt-tripping yourself. Why can't I just do it? But what if I told you the problem isn't you? The problem is the approach. The Bhagavad Gita's answer isn't about working harder. It's about working differently. The 2-minute rule of karma yoga, a timeless hack to rewire procrastination into purposeful action. Picture Arjuna's mind as a stormy river, surface choppy with fear. What if I fail? What will others think? But deep below, still and clear, Krishna tells him, establish yourself in yoga, then act. Yoga here isn't just poses, it's focus without attachment to outcomes. It's the art of doing your best and then letting go. Modern science calls this the flow state, where action feels effortless, time disappears, and you're fully immersed. But the Gita goes deeper. Start before you're ready, because readiness is an illusion. The mind will always find excuses. I'll start after this video. I need the perfect conditions. Krishna's wisdom? Break the inertia with micro-actions, like lighting a lamp with a single match. Momentum begins with a tiny spark. That's the 2-minute rule. Krishna's hack? Action itself purifies the mind. The moment you think I should study, open the book for 2 minutes. No pressure to finish. Why? Because procrastination isn't about the work. It's about the mental resistance around it. The Gita calls this resistance raga dvesha, likes and dislikes of the mind. And the antidote? Just start. Not with a grand plan, but with a single step. Here's how to apply this today. 3 steps fused from the Gita and neuroscience. The Dharma alarm. Set a 2-minute timer. Say, for these 120 seconds, I act without overthinking results. Start that essay. Sketch 1 math problem. The Gita calls this karma yoga, action as worship. It's not about the outcome, it's about showing up. The Arjuna pause. When resistance hits, pause. Ask, is this fear or duty or dharma speaking? Procrastination often masks fear of failure. Acknowledge it, then act anyway. Remember, Arjuna didn't wait for his fear to disappear. He acted despite it. Momentum as moksha. Ask, can I continue for 3 more? Like a chariot gaining speed. Remember Arjuna's horses? Small wins build self-trust. The Gita says yoga is skill in action. Skill comes from repetition, not perfection. A student once told me she used this to prep for exams. Day 1, 2 minutes of reviewing notes. Day 7, 90-minute focused sessions without force. Why? Because she wasn't fighting her mind anymore. She was working with it. Why does the 2-minute rule work? Because the mind is like a wild elephant. It resists force, but it can be gently guided. Krishna teaches in chapter 6, for one who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. Procrastination isn't your enemy. It's a signal that you're disconnected from your dharma, your purpose. Think of it this way. When you procrastinate, you're not avoiding the task. You're avoiding the discomfort of starting. The Gita's solution? Lean into the discomfort. Not with struggle, but with surrender. Do the 2 minutes and let go of the rest. This is the essence of nishkama karma, action without attachment to results. Tonight, reflect. Where did you delay action today? Not from wisdom, but from fear? Comment Karma Yoga if this shifted your perspective. And remember Krishna's words, you are the infinite observer behind the thoughts. 2.20. Your distractions are waves, but you are the ocean. Now, take that first 2-minute step, not because you have to, but because you can.